everybody here? Okay, we're being recorded, so we'll be careful what we say, as we always are. And we will go live on Facebook, Rifki, whenever you're ready. So the Facebook world can participate as well. Okay, we are being live streamed. Beautiful. Okay, if you weren't able to mute yourself, please do so everybody can hear and participate. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, my dear, dear friends, here we are again. Yes, we met last night for Yiska, and now we meet for Kol Nidrei. I'm telling myself over and over, don't get used to this, don't get used to this, don't get used to this. It's not the way it's supposed to be. It's not the way it's supposed to be. But here we are. Look at the windows behind me. This is the most beautiful part of coming into Shul Kol Nidrei night for me, seeing the sun beginning to set through those beautiful windows up there. Oh, it's a beautiful moment. A beautiful moment. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to begin with Kol Nidrei, because that's why we've gathered. Recording. After Kol Nidrei, I will, if you don't mind muting everyone, because I can't hear myself. Thanks. There's over Kanai Nahara. We've got an excess of, wow, a lot of people, hundreds of people joining us. This is beautiful in your own homes. It's a beautiful thing. It's heartwarming. It's emotional. No? Mm. Okay. Is there feedback for everyone or just for me? Rifki?
We can all hear it.
We can all hear it.
We'll try work through it. Okay. Kol Nidrei. So we'll start with Kol Nidrei. Our cousin Ronnie will intone Kol Nidrei. We'll sing some of the beautiful songs. I'll share some thoughts, and then we will all go off on our way and celebrate and mark Yom Kippur in our homes. So I'm going to call Ronnie forward. If you've got a machzor, please feel free to open the machzor. If you're in, I'm only announcing art scroll numbers tonight. It's 58 in the art scroll. And all over to Ronnie. Please close your eyes. Feel the Kol Nidrei coming to you live, not pre-recorded, live, raw emotion, raw voice, raw connection, all the way from our dear shul, Elwood Shule. Ronnie, Kol Nidrei.
Kol Nidrei v'sorei Ushuei v'charomei v'koinamei v'kinusei v'chinuyei Yom Kippur ad Yom Kippurim haba leinu Shevekin, Shevekin, Betelon Vutalin, Lashririn, Velakayamin. Nidrana la Nidrei Vesorana la esore Ushmasana la Shemesh.
Usually in shul, we would do it 3 times. Thank you, Ronnie. Tonight, we're going to do it once. We turn over the page, whether you have your machzor or not. I'll stay in the front. We're going to sing V'nislach. Let's do it together at home. We're muted, but at least we can sing together. V'nislach, the song that comes right after Kol Nidrei. V'nislach lechol adam b'nei Yisrael v'lager hagor b'soycham ki lechol bishgagoy v'nislach lechol adam b'nei Yisrael v'lager hagor b'soycham ki lechol bishgagoy. Shkoyach, Ronnie. We'll get back to some songs shortly. I just want to share a few thoughts with you. 45, 50 minutes or so before the sun sets, and we embark on our Yom Kippur 5782, once again in lockdown. You know, many people come to shul. This is what I hear, apparently. Many people come to shul to be inspired by the rabbi. This is what I hear. They tell me they come to shul to be inspired by the rabbi. So I've got a confession to make. It's Yom Kippur. I can make a confession. This rabbi comes to Kol Nidrei every year to be inspired by you. I thrive off a packed shul. I love nothing more than the buzz. Can you feel that buzz? Think about the buzz when you walk into shul on Kol Nidrei night for a moment. That buzz that I feel, the smiles, the hugs, the waves, the handshakes, the moving melodies, the energy in this room over the 26 hours of Yom Kippur fill my tank, charge my batteries for the whole year. I kid you not. I gain so much strength from being in shul with you. So as much as you come to shul to be able to sit together and enjoy what I have to say and to sing together, I get so much. I am so inspired when I come to shul and see you. The cynics will say, well, Rabbi, that's your job. What are you going to do? You're going to stay home? That's your job. You've got to come to shul on Yom Kippur, like it or not. But I'll say this, that I find every part of the service meaningful. I'm not here because I have to be here. I'm here because I want to be here and I enjoy being here. I find it poignant. I find it beautiful. I don't struggle through it. In fact, it carries me, it lifts me, it invigorates me. I'm here on Yom Kippur because I want to be here on Yom Kippur. And I know that many of you out there and in the world feel the same way as I do. Come to shul on Yom Kippur, you find it meaningful, you find it inspiring, you want to be here. But then there are also some who don't feel the same way. They come to shul, they come Kol Nidrei, and they come out of obligation. And some may believe that by sitting in shul, because, well, I'm not so sure, sitting in shul with no machzor and just being here misses the point of the special day. You don't want to be here. You're here because whatever reason, but you're not feeling inspired. I want to say this. Maybe they are the ones who say, oh, you're just coming because you have to be here. You're coming without a machzor. Maybe you guys have missed the point. Because what's easy for one is difficult for another. And what's difficult for one is easy for another. And who are we to judge when it comes to life? To tell me what is a challenge for me, what is difficult, and what is easy. We cannot possibly judge. I want to share with you a brief anecdote. This was shared to me by a colleague of mine in South Africa about a woman in his congregation who shared with him a story that her father, when he was young, attended shul on Kol Nidrei night with his dad, so her grandfather, well, her father-in-law, I should say. And in the middle of the Kol Nidrei service, there's hundreds of people in shul, it's hushed. There's this holy feelings, there's this spiritual energy in the room. Much to the father's dismay, this youngster runs up to the Aron HaKodesh and he promptly does a headstand in front of the whole shul. This is what she's saying. Did a headstand right in front of the Aron HaKodesh, right in front of the Holy Ark. Hundreds of people looking on, mortified. The father runs up to the bima, the Aron HaKodesh, hustles him down and says, what possessed you? What possessed you to do a handstand in front of the whole congregation on Yom Kippur night? So the boy simply responded as follows. He said, Dad, you told me that we have to challenge ourselves on Yom Kippur. You told me that we have to do something difficult on Yom Kippur beyond our comfort zones. Well, for me, a handstand in front of the Aron HaKodesh was difficult, so I did it. It's a cute story, but it's so, so very powerful. Those who understand the liturgy, those who get involved in the service may not find Yom Kippur difficult. We love it. It's enjoyable. It's good to be in shul and to sing. But who knows? Maybe that's selfish. I was thinking about this the other day. Maybe that's selfish. It's so self-serving. It inspires me. It sends a shiver down my spine. Is that a real strong godly connection? It probably is. But what about somebody who struggles to be inspired, who struggles to come to shul and to feel the inspiration and to feel the davening and to feel the songs, and yet they come anyway, for whatever reason, because they're dedicated to their people, or they're dedicated to their soul, or they're dedicated to their family, or they're dedicated to God. So you know what? Yom Kippur, I will come. Who knows? That sort of dedication, overcoming an incredible challenge because you don't feel inspired, but you do it anyway, is perhaps worth, in my opinion, infinitely more than feeling all fuzzy and inspired and sitting and enjoying a shul service. And why am I saying this? Why am I saying this? I think that this year we have a personal challenge for all of us to overcome as last year. All of us equally. You can be the rabbi, you could be the rebbitzin, you could be the chazan, you can sit upstairs or downstairs, in the back, in the front. It doesn't matter where you usually sit in shul. Whether we love coming to shul, whether we find it a burden to come to shul. Whether we're inspired or whether we're not inspired. Whether we feel like we have to and we're not sure why. We are all equal. Why? Because we cannot be here, none of us. And so the question that I pose to myself, the challenge that I lay down this Yom Kippur for myself and for all of us, is as we enter Yom Kippur, what do I need to do to stand on my head in front of the Aron HaKodesh? What do I need to do something difficult? How do I challenge myself? How do I overcome the difficulty of the moment? How do I overcome the challenge of not being able to be together, of not being in shul? And the answer is, there isn't one answer. Each of us, over the next 24 hours, 26 hours, have to find a way to challenge ourselves, to create a Yom Kippur Kippur experience in our own space, in our own home, and I'm also going to say in our own hospital room. Everybody has unique environment. We are all placed differently. Just less than an hour ago, I visited one of our members in hospital, one of the last mitzvahs I did before Kol Nidrei, and it's more inspiring for me than for the other person to be able to reach out to a community member who's going to be in hospital, who's going to be in a different type of isolation. We're at least in isolation, we're at home. But this idea of creating a Yom Kippur experience, and we spoke about this, doing the best that we can to make it meaningful, to make it enjoyable. And I wish him a refuah shalema. Say amen, everyone. Mwah. We should make it enjoyable and make it meaningful and make it inspiring and make it uplifting, each in our own space. Take it to the next level. That's us doing a handstand in front of the Aron HaKodesh. No matter who we are, whether we enjoy Yom Kippur or we don't, whether we enjoy Shul or we don't, we can't let this day knock us over. We can't let it pass without changing. We can't let it pass without our soul shining. That is my challenge to myself. That is my challenge to you. There isn't one answer, but we must find a way within our own space, within our own heart, to really make this Yom Kippur count, to tap into the energy of the day, to tap into our soul, whether it's for 26 hours, whether it's for 15 minutes, and anything in between. Make Yom Kippur count and make positive memories from this Yom Kippur. And may God in turn turn all our tzoros upside down on its head. Enough of enough. Everything should be transformed into positivity and joy and health, and enough of what we're going through, because we can't stand it any longer. We can't do this anymore. We need to be filling these seats. We need to be filling these seats. So headstands in front of the Aron HaKodesh all around. Do something that's difficult. Do something that's challenging. I'm not talking about risk-taking and doing anything that will put your health at risk, but step a little bit out of your comfort zone in your own environment and make it relatable, make it relevant, make it meaningful. Friends, we're moments away from the beginning of Yom Kippur. The sun's really beginning to set now. I want you, while we're off, to be able to transport yourself, to close your eyes and feel that energy, because that energy inspires. Feel what it means to walk into Shul on Yom Kippur. Feel the smiles and the hugs and the buzz and everything that goes along with it. It will lift me and it will lift you. I mentioned it before, but picture the setting sun streaming through these windows, which has a tremendous inspiring effect and beautifies our Shul. And as I said last night, I'm not going to repeat the whole story, but we won't be here. I'll repeat it another time. We won't be in this Shul, but this Shul will be full. The energy, there will be souls who fill this room, as I told you last night, as my dream last year. There will be souls in this room that fill this room. It won't be empty. They will be here. And we take courage and inspiration from them as well. Friends, I conclude with a blessing that we powerfully say in Shul each Kol Nidrei night together as a community. We say it to ourselves. We say it to our children, whether they're in front of us or not. We say it if there are no children in our household. We say it to anybody, any child in the world. We say it to any Jew in the world, any human being in the world. Join me by saying these beautiful, powerful, ancient blessings together. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God protect us and look after us. May God be gracious to us and kind to us and grant us everything we need. And may God grant us shalom, peace, peace in our homes, peace in our mind. We're losing peace in our mind, peace in our soul, in our emotions, in our shul, in our community, in Australia, in the world. Shalom all around. Friends, Rifki and I, President and Board of Management, Ronnie, from the depths of our hearts, the depths of our being, wish you a Gemar Chatima Tova. I can't speak on behalf of all the people I mentioned. I can speak on behalf of Rifki and ourselves, but I'm sure it's true for the others as well. I will dearly, dearly, dearly miss you. And I can't wait to be together again. I will be thinking about you tomorrow. You think about us tomorrow. We will stay together even though we are apart. And I wish us all a Gemar Chatima Tova. We should be signed, sealed, and delivered for a good, happy, and healthy year. Most of all, good health. I love you all. Let's sing 4 songs before we switch off. We'll start with Yale on page 102. The art scroll 102. Yale, achanu nehenu meyeret, veyavo shavosenu miboeket, veyeroe shavosenu v'rinonenu. Second paragraph. Tikosenu miboyeke veyeroe piriyoineinu Yaleinu yeinu mereveyere Yavo yeslichoseinu miyivoyeke V'yero nakosenu Oyale menuseino miyamoyle madoy miboyeke yeroe kipureino adare Oyale yesheino miyamoytareino miboyeke yeroe kinunenu adore. The last one. Yalale engoseino meyere miyavoyelecha miyivoyeke miyeroe eleinu You know this one, Kihine Kachomer, 120. 120 in the art scroll, whether you have a machzor in the knot or not, you know the tune, you know the refrain. It's a beautiful, powerful piece. We acknowledge that we are not the be-all and end-all. We are like clay in the hand of the potter. We are like stone in the hand of the cutter. We are like an anchor in the hand of the sailor. Something we think about deeply about our life and our journey over Yom Kippur. Sing it with us, please. Birtoi soy marchi, birtoi soy. I can not know the other no, it's a la brise, habe. La brise, habe. We are We're going to do every second one. Kine kagarzen beyad. Bitzai sa gibek la oro bitzai sa. Sing it. Kena nachnu beyadecha. Toy mecha anivara. Labris,
Labrit, habe.
Labris,
Labrit,
habe. Second last one from the bottom. Kine kaspuchis beyad hamezage. Birtzai soy, birtzai soy. I can not know beyadecha.
Sorry, Shmuel, to interrupt you. Unmute. Shmuel, you need to unmute.
We've lost the sound.
Shmuel, you need to unmute. Shmuel.
Shmuel.
Shmuel, we've lost sound. You need to unmute.
Okay. Good.
Sorry, hang in there, everyone. Shmuel. Shmuel, you need to unmute.
For how long?
2 seconds. Keep going.
1 second. For how long was I on mute?
Not long.
The whole Q&A?
No,
No,
just
no,
2
no,
seconds.
just
one.
Keep going.
No, about 1 minute.
Okay. Let's do one more. We're going to do one more. Ba'al Kulam and Kianu. It starts off solemn, starts off slow. It's on page 128, and it goes with, and it ends with heaps of simcha and heaps of adrenaline. Think about singing it at Kol Nidrei. Think about singing it at Musaf. Think about singing it at Ne'ilah when we're all flying high. Kianu Amecha, but it starts off slow. What did I say? What page is it on? 128. Ba'al Kulam.
V'yal kulam Elokas v'chais Tzadalanu Mechalanu Kapelamu.
Let's sing this. We are your people and you are our God. Ki yanu amecha. Eloheinu avanu vanecha. Ayavanu avadecha. Eyavanu kelecha. Chelkeinu avanu nachalatecha. Eyatavenu avanu. Ayavanu karmecha. Eyata nitreinu avanu pelosecha. Eyata yaitreinu avanu. Eyata doideinu avanu. Eyata ayavanu amecha. Eyata malkeinu avanu mamirecha. Eyata mamireinu. Feel the joy. Feel the hope. Am I on mute? I'm not. Okay. Oh, this is it, folks. I would love to be able to spend many more hours with you and sing many more songs and share many more thoughts and see many more smiling faces. But unfortunately, this is it for our Kol Nidrei. But listen me out for a moment. 5:53, about half an hour, is the beginning of the fast and beginning of Yom Kippur. This is when our mission starts. This is when we dig deep. This is when we stand on our head and challenge ourselves to make this the most meaningful Yom Kippur ever. The ladies light the candles at 5:53. It is also important, if you're going to commemorate Yizkor tomorrow, perhaps you can also light a candle tonight for Yizkor. It's okay if you don't, but it's a beautiful thing to be able to light a candle, a 24-hour candle if you have, or any candle, and light that, so it should be burning for Yizkor. Tomorrow at 12 p.m., noon, Melbourne Jewry will pause to recite Yizkor together around Melbourne, each in our own individual places. We should all take advantage of that community and that energy. I, in my front garden, providing the weather is good, will recite Kel Malei Rachamim. We'll recite the memorial prayer, and I will have the book, the Elwood Shule book, and I'll recite all the names. But don't rely on me. I want each and an individual family to recite Yizkor for their own loved ones and to connect with them. And it should be a powerful moment, however you commemorate that moment. And finally, enjoy the rest of the day. Make it meaningful. Go for a walk. Find some quiet. Enjoy nature. Tap into yourself. Tap into your family. Make it happen. And at 6:50, the fast goes out. You'll give me a few minutes to be able to zoom in my car safely from my home to shul. I will stand right here tomorrow night just after 7:05. So give me about 10, 15 minutes. Don't log on before 6:53. I will blow the big shofar, the final siren. We will make a l'chaim. We'll say Havdalah. But let me tell you this. You don't have to wait to eat to break your fast till I blow the shofar. 6:50, the fast goes out. Gesundheit, eat. I'm going to wait till I get to shul. I'm going to wait till I blow the shofar and make Havdalah. I'll tack on an extra 15 minutes just that I can stand in shul and be with you. So tomorrow night at 7:05, join us again on Zoom. We'll have a short l'chaim. We'll blow the shofar and we will wish each other well. Friends, I love you and I miss you and I wish you a Shana Tova Metuka. Be well, be strong, be happy, be joyous. Everything will be well in the end. Wow. Unmute yourselves and wish each other a Shana Tova.
Thank you.
Shana Tova, everybody.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova,
everyone.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Fatima Tova.
Shana Tova. So beautiful to see all of you. Shana Tova.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.